before we say the Pledge of Allegiance, I'm going to do it a little different this time. I was at the school board meeting, and some children from a classroom signed the Pledge of Allegiance and led the group in the Pledge of Allegiance. And while they were doing it, I realized that I was speaking about 3 or 4 words ahead of them. And I learned something from children that evening, that they were saying the Pledge of Allegiance slowly, and I realized that that's really the way it should be done. If you say the Pledge of Allegiance slower, instead of just automatic like we've always done, and really think of the words you're saying, it gives it a lot more meaning. And especially on this day, 9/11, I think it's appropriate that we just take a little extra time to say the Pledge of Allegiance and think about the flag that we're saluting today. So please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Board Superintendent John Hunt is not here. Board Secretary is present. Director Kathleen Moore.
She is running late. She still might make it to the meeting, but she's going to be about 45 minutes late.
Director Ray Bennett.
Here.
Director Alfred Wallace.
Here.
Vice President Roulette.
I'm present.
President Rose.
Here. Okay, additions or deletions to the agenda. We do have an addition here. I would like to get a motion for discussion and action to adopt resolution 2013-18. And that is for authorizing and ordering judicial foreclosure of current and past delinquent special assessments in said districts pursuant to the Improvement Bond Act of 1915 and taking certain actions in connection therewith.
So moved. Second.
Motion is made by Director Glenning, seconded by Vice President Webb.
Dr. Robert Shear. I'm the retired school superintendent in Rosamond. And the day I was invited to go down to the Rosamond Elementary School, which has always been the bulwark of our community, also the auditorium where we had all of our meetings and all the stuff. And the 750 students came into the halls with the American flag and sang songs honoring September 11th. The parents had every child in that auditorium put their handprint on a sign that is going on the south wall, which you'll see there. Every child, the parents working together to make that school better. I was so pleased to see those young people singing their songs, pledging allegiance to the United States, as you say. The child can do it so much better. And this is not related to the Rosamond Community Service District, but it is, and the fact is that these are people that in your district. These young people sing the songs and pledge allegiance, and it was just a wonderful thing. All 750 students were out singing. And when you drive down Rosamond Boulevard, you will see a big sign. The parents had every child put his handprint or her handprint on that thing. So when you see it, you'll know that the PTA had to wipe off the hand, put it on there, and they cleaned it off next 750 times. So when you drive by there, I want you to know that Rosamond Elementary School is in good hands. The students are learning quite wonderfully. And so thank you for letting me take the time just to brag about one of our things. Wanda Kirk was a teacher there when I was the superintendent of schools. And everybody learned to start right off. You either learned to read and write or you didn't pass, period. Thank you very much.
She's my teacher.
Huh?
She was my teacher.
She was your teacher, Wanda Kirk. And we also have a library over here named after her. I think it was because of our superintendent over here.
That's a really village, and welcome to the meeting, my folks. That's all I have.
Welcome.
Glad you're here. Welcome. I also had Wanda as a teacher, but I'm a lot younger.
I went to, just like Al did, I went to kindergarten through 8th grade at Rosamond, and there wasn't even close to 750 students there, kindergarten through 8th grade. And lots of people, and maybe I'm trying to toot horn of my profession, but lots of people don't show teachers the appreciation that they deserve. It is a difficult vocation.
Was Ms. Lawson your teacher?
Yeah. Well,
Member Sport, this is time for director comments.
Oh, well, timing is good. Well, I apologize for being late, but my family lives in Stockton, California. Got a notice that Stockton is considering converting to chloramines. And since my grandbabies live there, they asked me to come up and make a presentation to the city council. And the information that we have learned and researched here in the Allen Valley about chloramines is unprecedented, and it's not in general circulation. So the mayor and vice mayor and the council was very kind. I made a presentation to them, and I was invited to speak at their water committee today at noon. So I left Stockton at 1 o'clock and just drove into the parking lot. Generally, they are very open. They're very interested in what I had to say. There was cordiality. It was interesting. I was tracked down by the executive person when I was leaving from the city council meeting.
Rapidly approaching September 27th, which is the Rosamond Cancer Walk, Run, and Ride. That's the entire community's involved in this. It's going to be at the Rosamond High School football field, and we got a planning meeting tomorrow. If anybody wishes to come and help, we've got a call out for volunteers. We need bodies to help set up the luminary bags and light them, and just all kinds of general things we're going to have to do when you've got a whole lot of people there in one place at one time. And we've got live entertainment set up, and hope everybody comes out. There's no admission fee for the event. It's free. We will have a donation box if anybody wants to donate. We will have t-shirts for sale, and but I want to go on the fact that we have a lot of fine professional musicians and groups that have performed all over Southern California that aren't even from Rosamond, and they are coming up here, donating their services, and I think it's great. And I mean, they're gonna entertain everybody, and they're giving their time and their efforts for a very worthy cause. 100% of the net proceeds of this goes to the American Cancer Society. And also the meeting is 6 o'clock tomorrow evening here. And so the more people we can get in here, and trust me, we'll find something for everybody to do that shows up. And that's all I've got to say on that. And with that, we will move on to item 2, presentations. Not sure about it, or they don't, they think something's going to go wrong. Whatever the reasons are, they're all legitimate. And like on a personal, I know my wife is always going to come in here and write a check every month. She's been doing it for 21 years, and I don't think she'll ever change. And it's so, but the more people that we can get to go paperless, it'll be great. And so anyhow, item F, engineering committee. There's no meeting on there. And finance committee.
No meeting, nothing to report, sir.
Okay, informational items, general manager, you didn't do. You do?
Yeah, working on a year in review. And
writing articles in various areas throughout the district. So that's something that we'll be able to present to the board and the Public Relations Committee or Government Affairs, Public Relations, to show them what we put together. So we'll be scheduling a meeting for that. And I've been discussing the strategic plan with a consultant that took over from the writer, and we're tweaking and doing more writing on the strategic plan also to bring a draft to the board for first review. But I want to get most of the structure of the strategic plan in the draft, so the board has the ability to view it and to make recommendation or deletions, additions to it. So we've been working on that. It's still a work in progress. The doctor and we didn't discuss an update. So.
Okay, any questions of our general manager? Okay, at this time, we will go to action items. A, discussion and adoption to adopt the salary schedule to include the consolidation of the engineering GIS-CAD technician position and approve an additional temporary part-time OIT public works operator in lieu of a district engineer. And I'll turn that over to you, Steve.
The entire movement that we've presented to the board and what John presented to you last meeting was an action that we took to try to save even more money for the district in looking at having a district engineer. Although we're getting to a point where we have more and more counter traffic coming in, more and more inquiries that our engineering techs take care of. Soon we're going to prepare for work that's going to be done on the consolidation of the 10 water systems throughout Rosamond. And our thought was to bring on an engineer to handle some of that work. But another thought too, when we refined and had the budget, we started looking at it and tried to figure out how we could actually shave more cost off and do that in-house. And that was with one of our employees who was taking the classes, has started taking those classes, had been taking the GIS and CAD classes. It was better that we thought promoting within and giving that opportunity to someone that was already trying to better themselves. So for the near term, for the next several years, we should still be in a position where a tech will serve us well. I spoke to the other engineering tech that we contract with that has been doing the work outside of the office, and there was no problem with that, and he would be there to educate on protocol and the other issues. So this individual that we put into this position knows the district well. It's one of John's top hands, and John said he's destined for higher things because of his intellect. So it made sense to take a look at that. In doing so, we established the engineering GIS CAD technician position, and in doing the proposal to move him into that position, we moved him into step 4, which is about 15-cent increase of where it was going to be anyway. So it's not a tremendous jump, but what it does is it does prepare him for future increases in becoming a full certified engineer agenda. And because of that, because of the nature of the negotiations in the workout of the bond issues that we're currently working on with Carol Fogelman, our attorney, they've requested that this item be placed on here to be able to record notices of intent to remove delinquent special assessments from the tax rolls, request the Kern County officials remove the delinquent special assessments of each assessment district as referenced in Exhibit A of the notice, and in order the judicial foreclosure of each assessment district's delinquent parcels as referenced in Exhibit A of Resolution 2013-18 per the California Code Streets and Highways 8833. And basically, Exhibit A is the exhibit that shows all the parcels in question, and it should be attached to your staff report. This action will allow the negotiation to move forward and save the district money in processing many of these, because we're doing them together at the same time. And that's what they're trying to do, is consolidate as much as possible so we don't have to go back and do an action again. I have to point out also that many of these actions that you see on here, especially up to about, and it didn't print out on the line for me, but I believe it's about the 12th or 13th item on 1990-2 list. Those will be reimbursed by a third party or a second party, all the fees. They've agreed to not only reimburse the filing fees, but pay half of the attorney fees.
Motion made by Director Spore, second. And second by Director Wallace. All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned at 6:47.
Which would be it for